What is grounding? Why is it important? And how can I do it? My name is Steve Forchetti and I help guide people along their spiritual awakenings. So let's start off with this. What is grounding? The term grounding first appears in Alexander Lowen's 1976 book, Bioenergetics. Grounding refers to a set of techniques or exercises that can help bring the mind back to the present moment. This is an important skill for people who experience dissociation or dissociative symptoms, because when you dissociate, your attention is taken away from the present moment. The techniques that I'll be covering later on can help individuals snap back into the now so they can gain a sense of safety and control, both in the physical, the mental, and the emotional. Some common signs that you're ungrounded and may need to take a moment to rebalance your energetic and emotional symptoms may include irritability, overwhelm, engaging in drama, feeling distracted, impatience, anxiety, and focusing too much on material belongings or physical appearance. Now, a lack of grounding can also impact our physical bodies with various symptoms, including, not just included to these, but poor sleep, chronic pain, fatigue, inflammation, poor circulation, headaches, and dizziness. So these are all things that obviously we don't want to have in our lives, but they are things that we encounter. So grounding is a set of techniques or practices that you can do on a regular basis in order to help snap you out of these things instead of taking pills. So methods for grounding include, but are not limited to, earthing. Earthing is going for, say, a 10 to 15 minute walk outside barefoot. I know a lot of people are germaphobes, don't want to take off their shoes, but honestly, this is a great technique. You don't have to actually walk. You can just stand, or say if you have a bench or somewhere that you like to sit, just sit with your shoes off and have them touching the ground. The important thing is that your skin is touching the earth. You can do grounding meditations. A grounding meditation is a special type of meditation where you're not just breathing and trying to clear your mind of thoughts, but you're doing a visualization. The two most common ones that I like to do are to envision a waterfall, because from there you can kind of hear the sound of the water rushing. And water is also great in addition to earth for connecting with elements and helping to flush out energy. The other one is to imagine roots. So if you're sitting down on the ground or in a chair, you can imagine roots coming out of either your root chakra, which is located directly underneath your sit bones, or from the bottom of your feet. So you just close your eyes and imagine these roots extending down into the ground or into the earth, and you essentially become a tree or a flower. And just like how you draw up from the earth, you also give back to the earth. So you draw energy in and you release the negativity. For more information on the root chakra and also the crown chakra, which is another area to take in energy, check out my video on chakras. Another method for grounding is to engage all five senses. So this is done by really just tapping into the present moment and engaging in what's called mindfulness, being mindful of everything around you. So how this is done is you, to yourself, you can write it down, or you can just do it yourself in your mind. Think of 5 things that you can see with your eyes, 4 things that you can touch with your hands or your feet or just your skin, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. So try to engage all of your senses and think of all of these things in the present moment. Go from the thing that's easiest to do, all the things you can see. Our eyes engage in a lot of different things. We could take in light from all sources. We could see the person walking across the street, the dog that's over there sniffing around. Then think about things that you can touch. So you can touch yourself, you can touch the thing that you're sitting on, you can touch a wall, whatever you'd like to touch. Just think about the things around you that you're physically able to engage with. Things that you can hear. If you're outside, can you hear the wind blowing? Can you hear someone beeping their horn? Can you hear the person driving by and their car goes vroom? Can you hear that same dog that was off in the distance sniffing around now barking or growling at a squirrel? These are all just different ways to engage the sense of hearing. 2 things you can smell. Is there a funky smell in the air? Did that dog poop? Can you smell the poop? Something you can taste. When you get that smell in your nose of the dog poop, can you taste the poop? Hopefully not, but anything you can taste. Maybe you still have some of the taste of the meal that you had earlier in your mouth. Maybe it's something that you drank. These are just ways to engage the taste. One other way that you can ground is to take a salt bath. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of taking baths. I think that it's strange to take a bath and then stand up and shower. but these really do work. If you buy some Epsom salts from the dollar store, CVS, Amazon, it doesn't matter where you're buying them from, but they all do the same effect. I will put a link down below with just an inexpensive brand of salts, and you can take a look and see what you like. But just sit in the bathtub, soak in some hot to warm water for 30 minutes, longer if you like that. But the salt essentially helps to soothe your muscles and clear out negative energy from the body, similar to being outside. So if you don't like putting your feet in the ground, if you think that's dirty, salt baths are fantastic for you. And finally, the last one that I have for today is to buy a grounding mat for yoga or for meditation. Grounding mats, I don't know the exact science behind them, but they have, my understanding is that they have negatively charged ions that help to pull energy from your feet when you're practicing yoga or when you're just sitting down and meditating. Same concept as standing on the earth, but this is a manufactured mat that does the same purpose. So I'll put a link to a grounding mat down below. So these are just some practices that can help you to ground and to help stay in a better mental state, mental, emotional, physical. They're all connected. So when you learn how to ground, you're helping to take in all of the energy that you're gathering in from the day and release it, or just anchor it into the physical reality that we're in, and you just clear things away when you're feeling overwhelmed. So this week's book, or this video's book, is Chop Wood, Carry Water. This is a big text that has to do with it teaches you a lot more grounding techniques, and the title is based on an old Zen Buddhist proverb, which I'll share with you now. So a young boy became a monk. He dreamed of enlightenment and of learning great things. When he got to the monastery, he was told that each morning he had to chop wood for the monk's fire and carry water up to the monastery for the ablutions in the kitchen. He attended prayers and meditation, but the teaching he was given was rather sparse. One day he was told to take some tea to the abbot in his chambers. He did so, and the abbot saw that he looked sad, so he asked him why. He replied, "Every day all I do is chop wood and carry water. I want to learn. I want to understand things. I want to be great one day like you." The abbot gestured to the scrolls on the shelves lining the walls and said, "When I started, I was just like you. Every day I would chop wood and carry water. Like you, I understood that someone had to do these things, but like you, I wanted to move forward. Eventually I did. I read all of the scrolls, I met with kings and gave counsel. I became the abbot. Now I understand that the key to everything is that everything is chopping wood and carrying water, and that if one does everything mindfully, then it is all the same." So this story is the expanded version of the figure of speech you may have heard before. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. So reaching enlightenment, samadhi, nirvana, whatever your particular practice calls it, does not make anyone better than anyone else. It just gives you an expanded perception of how to see the world. So it doesn't make you any different than anybody else. It just teaches you how to enjoy the mundane activities. And again, that's what this book here will help you do. It'll give you a lot more different ideas and perspectives to find joy in the mundane. And frankly, that's something that we could all stand to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you put some of these practices into your daily life. Until next time, my name is Steve Forchetti. Have a nice day. Namaste. Thank you for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you feel so called, share it with somebody. I appreciate it. Have a good day.